really proud of my women tonight. They brought it. They were super focused, and they most importantly believed in themselves and believed in each other. And that's where I've been preaching all week to them, because I feel like we've got to get over the hump, and it all comes down to them. Like, we can't prepare them any more than we're doing, and so it comes down to players making plays, and they did tonight.
You talked about how you wanted to get a better start. That was a pretty good start. What were the keys to getting that type of curve tonight?
Honestly, some of the girls and the captains came to us and talked to us about our warm-up and how they wanted to switch it up or something. So they switched it up. They took out, I don't know, and they added something different. And we shortened it to where we normally come to the gym. And so, I mean, when they came out of halftime, they felt great, and they started that way, and that was them. I like having player-led teams, and that was all them.
Coach, first time in the program has had a top 25 wins since 2021 against West Virginia. First, for you as a coach, how does that feel?
And it's awesome. I told them, I mean, I always say can't let your highs get too high, your lows get too low, right? So then you kind of become a little bit more even kill. And even when we had that loss against West Virginia, I was pretty passionate in the locker room, just trying to get them to dig in and find that fire that they have inside of them. You know, they fight every single game, but just to believe in themselves. And so this whole week we've just been talking about, let's get, you know, an upset, not like, let's try it. One of these times we're gonna get this. And so this was pretty special tonight, how they did it, what they did. Like, it was just fun to coach them.
Amari, coach already talked about it, but what was working so well, especially in that first quarter, to get you guys off to such a hot start?
I think we just pushed transition well, and then on defense, we were just letting them get one chance, and I think that's honestly what kind of kept our lead. I feel like games before, we've let them get 2 or 3 chances, and then you're bound to score a bucket one of those times. So I think we're just being able to push the ball, and then rebounding. Shout out Lauren Gusson.
Remember that third quarter, you knew this was a team that was going to make a run at some point, and I think they thought it'd be the third quarter because they started pretty click offensively, but then you guys were able to match them. How important was that third quarter and kind of maintaining control of the game?
I've noticed in our games, like our first quarter and our third quarter, I mean, we're a good second half team, but our first quarter and third quarter, if we can win those, somebody tell my stat, we were 11-1. If we, so those are really key for us. And so coming out of halftimes, it's super important that they stay focused, that they, just take the fight to them. And I believe that they did that tonight.
What was the game plan specifically for, Edwards, just to keep her? She had a quiet night. She seemed frustrated all game.
Well, we had a game plan for each individual player, right, their personnel, and so we just drilled that home, and then we actually had zones that we were going to try and throw at them if they got going, and we only had to use a zone once or twice tonight, so that meant that they stayed really true to the game plan, and they stayed in what we were teaching the whole time, and so that was really good.
I think I can probably guess by Coach's hair the fact that you've already had to change your shirt some, but what, either one of you, take us inside that locker room a little bit. How exciting was it?
We were really excited. We just, I don't know, threw water everywhere, danced a little bit.
Always have the lashes.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate tonight, but get back after.
It's important to celebrate the wins, right? Like in the Big 12, they are hard fought, and so you gotta celebrate those. It's not an easy night, any night out.
Amari, it's no secret that you struggled a little bit the other night, and a couple of reasons. You looked hungry tonight, just super motivated. How hungry were you for tonight to really just attack it? And you got to the rim really well. Defensively, you were maybe playing a little bit too hard at times sometimes, but just how motivated were you tonight?
I hate losing, so I just really wanted to win. I felt like last couple games, I hadn't been doing everything I could to help my team win, so tonight I was just really doing whatever I could to help my team win, whether it was being aggressive, getting up in someone. I just wanted to win.
How big was your first score? I think you hit your first 3 shots or 4. How big was that? Because it seemed like in that moment, you were trying to dictate the whole time. You were, there was a game plan, but you obviously were going for those shots to be more aggressive.
Coach always tells us a lot of our games we just start out slow and then we get down and it's hard to get back in it. So I was just we talked about, just come out punching. We wanted to punch first. And I just felt like I had a couple opportunities to pull 3 ball or to take a girl one-on-one. So that's what I was doing, punch first.
Remember, as a coach, when you have a game like that, when do you take a breath and go, okay, this happened, this is happening?
probably
The
wake
zeros
up.
or?
I'll probably wake up tomorrow and it'll hit me because it's just like, I mean, yeah, it hasn't really hit, but I mean, hats off to Baylor. Like, they're a great team, and we've been watching them kill teams and win all year. And Nikki's a great coach. Like, she's like a person that I look up to, right? And watching her, and she's coached in the W. She's done some amazing things. So to come out of this game and have these girls play like they did tonight it's huge, and it's just something that will always be a special memory for me for sure.
What defensively has Rose Bluecar brought to the starting lineup again? Just a great defensive game. Just was down in the whole time.
She really was, and she was playing on attack, and she, she's been the quiet constant, like very consistent. And some games when I get my stat sheet back, I'm like, crap, she should have played more because she was really good when she was out there, And so, finding the rhythm in my subbing, finding a rhythm in who's starting well and playing well. And I think Emma coming in off the bench, I mean, look at her numbers tonight, right? And I feel like when she comes in and when she starts a game and gets those 2 quick fouls, she never gets in rhythm. So when she can come in off the bench, she's in rhythm. She's still getting the same amount of minutes, if not more. And she's knocking down shots that are big time for us. And so just those two play really well off each other. And so it brings a different, like when Emma's on the court, you have to guard as different compared to when Rose is on the court. And so it's a good mix up for us.
Amari, how do you guys duplicate this effort?
Coach always says, don't let your highs get too high, low get too low. I think obviously celebrate tonight, but tomorrow we gotta lock in for Scout. I think we can honestly hang with any team in the Big 12. It just took us a little bit to figure it out. We bought into Scout, we punched first, we came to play, and we played for each other. I think everyone could tell that we were sharing the ball, and it wasn't just one person going off, all of us wanted it. So I think that's what we gotta do, be humble, be hungry.
Any more questions?
Good.
Awesome, thanks guys.